I want to share with you guys my secret formula that I use to make sure that I stay on track with developing or maintaining and sustaining really great habits in my relationship. I call it my relationship theme days. Okay, so I learned this trick from a business coach of mine a long time ago, where he was really helping me get organized and concentrated on very specific days of the week. I only focus on certain topics. Okay, so I took that principle and I started applying it to relationships and marriages and helping guys have a little bit of a structure and a system. So it's like you wake up and it's Wednesday morning and you're thinking, well, what do I do today? It's Wednesday morning. What is the habit that I should employ today? Okay, so we're going to talk about relationship theme days. I'm going to share with you my relationship theme days that I've discovered to be the most important and the most successful in my relationship, that helps my wife feel the safest. Okay, so Monday is the big habit is service. Okay, so that is that question, how can I help you today? Or how can I help you this week? That's what Monday is all about. Okay, so every Monday I ask my wife that question and I have reminders on my phone. I have reminders certain places throughout my life where I'm triggered by the need to ask for that, ask her how I can help her. Okay, because if I neglect to ask her that question, if I forget to ask that question, I could go weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I can even maybe go months when I don't ask her that question. And if I go months and I'm not asking her that question, it's gonna start to erode the emotional safety in our relationship. Okay, so Monday, I call it service. How can I help you? Tuesday is me all about really being a great listener. Okay, so every single Tuesday, I just call it my show up day. And it's kind of like, how do I show up in the relationship? So every Tuesday, I go out of my way to really engage my wife and say, hey, how is your day today? How are you doing? How is your week? What's on your mind? I'm just going to go really out of my way to be super intentional to connect with her and be a really great listener to her. So again, like I said before, if I don't do that, I might go weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, months. I'm not really taking the time out of my day to engage with her and to connect with her. And ultimately, if I do that, she's going to not feel safe. She's not going to feel like she really matters to me. And she's not going to feel connected to me, and it's going to create more problems in our relationship because she's going to take all that primary emotion and she's going to go above the line, and eventually she's going to get really upset with me, she's going to get angry, she's going to get withdrawn, and she's going to shut down. Okay, so Tuesday is all about showing up, and it's all about being a great listener. Okay, Wednesday, the great habit for Wednesday is, I call it share myself. So that's where I'm just going to really go out of my way to let my wife know how I'm doing. She wants to know how I'm doing, and so many of us guys, we withhold that information because we feel like we have to shield our wives from the knowledge that we may not be doing well. Okay, so when they ask us, how are you doing? We say, oh, we're good, and we're fine, or we're okay. And it's never really a sufficient answer because it doesn't foster that emotional safety. It doesn't foster that emotional connection. So on Wednesdays, I go out of my way to talk to my wife about how I'm doing. I'm really worried about this project. I'm really stressed out about this thing. I have this thing going on in my life here, or this thing happened at jiu-jitsu, or I'm just sharing with her information about my life and really trying to connect it to that primary emotion of what's happening for me. Okay, so just to recap so far, Monday is all about service. How can I help you? Tuesday is all about being a great listener. Wednesday is all about sharing more of myself. And then we're at Thursday. And so for me, Thursday is all about gratitude. Okay, so Thursday, again, just like I was expressing before, Thursday, I just go out of my way to express to my wife what I'm thankful for and what I'm grateful for about my relationship. And you might be thinking, oh my gosh, doesn't that really get a little bit old? Doesn't that get obnoxious? Isn't she tired of hearing that? If I'm doing it every Thursday, she's not really aware of this little cycle that I'm on and this routine that I'm on. So if she hears it every Thursday, it doesn't really sound like a lot. Sometimes it goes in one ear and out the other, and sometimes it's really meaningful. But for me, I'm taking ownership of my side of the street, and I'm showing up in the relationship with the best habits that I can do. So for me, Thursday is all about expressing my gratitude in relationship. And I promise you guys, I say that to my wife every Thursday. It creates tons of emotional safety in the relationship. Where a lot of us might go awry is we might do it this one day, and then we don't say it again for several months. And so then our wives start to ruminate and they start to think, oh gosh, I wonder if he's even thankful for anything about me. I wonder if he's even thankful for the relationship. I wonder if he's grateful for anything about the relationship. So we want to address that proactively and share with them what we're grateful for. And then that brings us to Friday, and Friday is my non-sexual touch day. So I have a little trigger on my phone, reminds me to engage my wife in this way every Friday. So I might rub her back, I might touch her shoulders, I might kiss her, I might hug her, I might hold her hand, but I'm reminding myself, because I'm not going to rely on spontaneity, because if we rely on spontaneity, it's going to get us in trouble. Now, spontaneity is really great, and if it happens to be spontaneous on another day of the week, that's totally fine. But every Friday, it's like my homework, it's my habit in the relationship to create lots of great emotional safety by engaging her with that non-sexual touch. And when I do that, she feels desired by me, she feels cared for by me, and it helps her stay emotionally safe, emotionally grounded. It helps her stay in that primary emotion space. Okay, so I'm gonna call that my relationship theme days, but I wanted to give you guys this framework so you understand if we just do these 5 things Monday through Friday, we are gonna be really hitting all the bullseyes of what's really important in relationships to create the most emotional safety. Cheers.